A very beautiful good evening to you all. I've just come back from a walk with your man down there. This is his second mile of the day, so I'm hoping he is happily tired. I've got my big wellies on, look, because it's been raining and raining today. Lots and lots of rain. Anyway, I picked these beautiful wildflowers out in the hedgerow as I walked, and you can see some of them in there. So there's the beautiful ivy with the tiny little fruits beginning to form, and some fern. And this is the wild oregano, grows all over the place here in Ireland. And this, of course, is the very magical yarrow, the white yarrow. And then in here is the beautiful meadowsweet, very scented. What is this called? Because it has a flower like a little orchid. Look at it. Now I can't remember the name of that, so presumably one of you out there knows the name and will post it underneath. And then, of course, here you've got the St. John's wort. So this is the wild hypericum. You know, you can get the cultivated St. John's wort, which is called hypericum. This would be the wild version of it. It's very, very potent. So altogether, a magical little bouquet, and set inside a magical little vase. So rather beautiful, don't you think? The little vase was made in Ireland, by the way. I have a little bowl as well. Isn't that beautiful? And this has a special name. Let me just get the little card, as it was a present for me. Raku. It's called Ooh Pottery. And it's by this very talented Irish potter called Ian Carty. So that's not an advertisement for Ian Carty, by the way. This was a gift, okay? Yeah, I was sent a little bit of money as a present, as a gift, and I decided to use it yesterday down in Rathcormac Market and buy these two items of great beauty. And I love anything that's made from the earth, and especially, you know, when it comes to art. So this is Ooh Pottery. It's only fired to 1,000 degrees, so it doesn't actually hold water. You have to put a little vase inside it, you know, for the water. It's very beautiful. Had a lovely day yesterday down at Rathcormac, and just had a thoroughly lovely time. So today I've been out in the field, as they say, taking lots of photographs of two very interesting sites in Sligo, and they both are what's known as fairy forts. Of course, this is from my upcoming book, and just watching the little birds out there. You can just see them on the feeder. So all the photographs will be in black and white, because of course it's going to make the book much less expensive to have printed. And but also I think, I mean, the photographs that I've taken in black and white I've been very pleased with. They're very atmospheric. They seem to hold more enchantment to them. They're a bit more like engravings almost. Like wood blocks. So, I have a few things to show you, but I've just sat down and I feel as though I'm kind of wedged onto the sofa now for a wee while. Oh, something else which I purchased yesterday, which I must show you. Again, it's they're both made by an Irish artist, and do you know, I don't think I got her name. She makes these beautiful fairies. Now I'll have to look her up and post her name under this video as soon as I can. But look at these beautiful fairies, look. Aren't they wonderful? This little one is over a wee toadstool and sort of thinking. She's thinking to herself. What her lovely green eyes. And her little wings. Got little wings there. And then this is another fairy up here, look. She's sat up there on the mantelpiece. I really wanted to get these fairies because I thought, you know, I just wanted to sort of place them around the woodland and take photographs of them. Because again, they're so beautiful. I mean, look at the hands. Aren't they lovely? And the feet, these beautiful sort of elfin feet. And then, where the back's done. Not beautiful. And the little elfin ears there. She has blue eyes, like one of the Tuatha Dé Danann. So, my boots are squeaking on this floor. So, yes, I've been working away and I've been sewing as well as writing. Of course, you know me, I move from task to task. Just to show you these beautiful sweet pea. The scent is just delicious. Now, look at this. Had a wee bit of a disaster today because before I set off, didn't I walk out of the house and leave my keys in here? So I had to jimmy open the back door, which is basically wreck it. But fortunately I have several bolts, so I can bolt it from the inside and just use the front door for the meantime. These things happen. Look, there's little cobwebs beginning to form on the rose hips. The rose hips haven't coloured just yet. But those little cobwebs are a very good indication of where we are now in Lunasa. And of course the bunches of grapes are beginning to fatten up. I've picked quite a few of the figs and they're delicious. In fact, look, there's a fig over there waiting for me to pick it because it's starting to go brown. So I'll just go over here and look at that. Is that the one I was looking at? Oh no, this is the one here, look. So I'll just pick that. That's ready now to eat. So I'm very fortunate this year. I've got a really good crop of just about everything. I mean, I had a wonderful crop of rhubarb during the spring. And I've had some really good spuds, good potatoes out of the garden. Masses and masses of herbs. Masses of greens. And celery. Still got some little bits of kale. Look, see, I'll be just taking these off and putting them in with my potatoes this evening. Someone asked me, maybe a week or two ago, about this. Now, what's it called? It's Himalayan Balsam, I think. See that pink one down there? And they said how invasive it is. And I said, well, I actually had some here, but nothing can invade at Bealtaine because everything is so tightly planted. Everything has to really fight for its place. Well, as you can see, this year there's only one little bloom down there. So it looks as though the bistort, see, this is the beautiful bistort. The bistort has pushed it out. And of course, you know, the hedge keeps everything very shaded. So it makes it almost impossible for anything to invade. And this is what this is the message I keep trying to get out there. That you can only have invasive plants where you have a vacuum. You know, nature abhors a vacuum. She wants to grow. If you stop her from growing, then you're going to have anything and everything invading. Now talk about she wants to grow. This is an old wheelbarrow that I've had sat underneath this was the original top to my little roadside stall. My little honesty stall. I've built it myself. I never expected anything like that to last, but it's lasted now for well over 10 years, if not 12. So the birds have obviously been dropping little seeds in here, and this wee black currant bush, or it might be red currant, has grown all on its own. Look at that. And there's another little one in there. And how it managed to survive through all that drought and heat, I do not know. Well, there you go. It's very uplifting to see how nature strives to keep going, you know. She can't be stopped. She just cannot be stopped. Just when we think we've committed mass ecocide, you know, she's given a little bit of a chance, she just bounces back. And that's why I've always said it's not the planet we've got to save. It's ourselves. It's our stupid selves. It's our stupid, arrogant, willful, nonsensical, idiotic selves. Anyway, so I was clearing along here yesterday in the rain, dodging in and out. Look, I found another one of my angels completely taken over by moss. But isn't he a lovely wee cherub? Covered in moss. Little moss man. And so of course, you know what I do? I do the chop and drop. Well, here's the massive chop and drop. So this is the original little path that I had through here, which got completely overgrown. Now I've only just started. It's going to take me some time. I may be gone in this undergrowth for some time. And I was up by the stone circle, and look, I can't even access the path. I mean, this is Mother Earth. This is nature. All she wants to do is be prolific and be abundant. And try as we might to stop her, she's not a girl to be stopped. No matter how dire you think things are, she won't be stopped. We'll just end up stopping ourselves. Anyway, someone asked me there on Facebook, do you do it all yourself? Meaning, you know, the 3 acres. Well, I have a pretty good go. And, I mean, there's lots of... Oh, my word, look at this kale. Now, this has gone mad. Look at that. I don't need to plant any kale. Got loads of it. That'll keep growing now for months. Yes, of course I do it all myself. And It keeps me fit and healthy, and I love it. And I love being with Mother Earth. And of course, as you can see, I mean, there's masses I don't get done. But that's only in the moment. I get it done eventually, you know? And I don't lose any sleep over it. I just think to myself, okay, so I must just tackle that little bit tomorrow. So when the wet weather dissipates a little bit, I'll get over here with my little push mower, and as you can see, haven't had much time to sit down over the course of the summer. That's about the only complaint I have. There's not enough hours in the day. That's my only complaint. I think I was going to say that'll be written on my tombstone, but I'm not having a tombstone. It might be carved into the little tree that's planted above me, or maybe a wee plaque put by the tree that'll say something like, "There just wasn't enough hours in the day." Might get people thinking, So the ash trees up here seem to be holding their own, really. I mean, this one over here looks a bit the worse for wear. The one that I said was dying, you know, by the entrance to the fairy wood, it's actually put on a lot of new growth. So who knows how this is going to pan out? Who knows? The Chalara might be in itself dying out, you know? Anyway, I'll show you all my darling little baby trees. And look at that. There's some Jacob's ladder coming up there on the outside of the bed. That's what I like to see. A wee bit of spreading. So look at my trees. Look. Remember my little nursery here? Now look at some of these. Look at this wonderful sycamore. Look how big it's got. Lovely big thick stem. Let's have a wee look. No roots coming out just yet, so that's good. And look at the little birch. So I keep an eye on them. Once the roots start to pop through, look at this one. Once the roots start to pop through, like there, look, I'm going to be repotting that, because I wouldn't plant that out just yet. You know, it needs to be a wee bit bigger, a wee bit stronger. Some wee ash trees in there as well, look. They're all doing very well. I think I had 21 of them in there. So I'm happy with those. Did a massive clear up along here, and I cut out quite a lot of the growth from that wee bed. So I'm thinking to myself, I might move those stones, move the earth and put a few pots in there, you know. It'll make it a wee bit more versatile in terms of being able to get to things. Like at some point I'll have to replace you know, the guttering and all there, and I need to have a wee bit more room for manoeuvre. And also the barge board up along here doesn't look too healthy. That'll need to be done at some point. Now, excellent news for you. Well, for me anyway, and I like to share it with you. My wisteria, look, it's coming back. My wisteria's coming back. Isn't that wonderful? So look, you see, I thought it was lost. I thought it was a goner. But it's like Lazarus, it's come back. So I'm delighted with that. There's my washing. Look, I took it off the line and folded it up. I must remember to bring it indoors. Otherwise there'd be wee spiders making their homes in it. There's a lovely evening sun there on the Lysestria. And the wee birds, they just come come around. Now they're not at all bothered by me. It's a water barrel full. And I've moved my wee Kelly kettle yoke there. Of course the Kelly kettle's indoors. I've been filling up the water. But it's going to be easier now, you know, with the autumn and the winter coming, to light it from just standing here. And there's lots of wee dry twigs to keep in that basket. And then I was round here then, and I was delighted to spot from my teenage from my teenage tree, my teenage sycamore, who's having lots and lots of babies. It looks like one of her babies has taken root there. So isn't that lovely? There's some wee mushrooms down there, look. Again, a lovely sign of autumn. Of course, you can see where I've been throwing lots of stuff that I've cut. I just bank it up there, and some of it roots and it grows, and it helps to build up the resilience in the bank. That's the bank of Mother Earth, of course. Not those fail banks. I still have to get to the little recycling centre, but I'm hoping maybe tomorrow. I think it's open Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday morning. So, look at this. Haven't moved my hoe and bucket of weeds. I need to get that done. And of course this is the path that I've cleared. I hoed the path. I'm delighted with how that's turned out, because it wasn't too difficult now. And good upper arm exercise. I intend staying bingo wing free. And there's all the clematis. So I've cleared round both those windows as well. And it seems to be putting all its strengths now into covering the porch. So I'm happy enough with that. It can romp away there over the roof. So of course, this time of the year is so magical. It's so magical. There's a real feeling of in between, you know, and the mists in the morning, the rain, the sunshine, the way the light's beginning to play tricks now. Getting this beautiful evening light and morning light. It's silvery. The sun is lower in the sky now during the day. I mean, don't forget the 21st of June. The sun was at its highest, at its zenith, right? The 21st of June is quite some time ago. So, I have to admit, autumn has got to be possibly my favourite season. I know, I say every season, oh, this is my favourite season, but there's something about autumn. I suppose it's the rest, that beautiful rest that's ahead of you, you know? That midwinter quiet and calm. And darkness. Well, I'm not too fond of the darkness, mind you. So I'm hoping maybe to do a little bit of journeying over the course of the midwinter, and not to stay put for too long at a time, you know. Break up the time a little bit more. It's only a few months. It's beautiful berries and the cotoneaster. So on this beautiful, magical evening here in the west of Ireland at Bealtaine Cottage, may I extend blessings to all of you. And may you have a wonderful week ahead. And enjoy the days. Enjoy the days. Each day brings its own magic. Blessings to you all.